ज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजतां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवश्री गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन्दरतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामितनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणि प्रचारणे निर्देशन्यादि पश्चादधीशतारणे। Hare Krishna. So, thank you for coming and joining. So, hope everyone celebrated a wonderful nursing Chaturdashi. So, Lord Chaitanya had sannyas, and I'll go to forest. I'll go to Vrindavan. He has this mood to go to Vrindavan. So Keshav Bharati Maharaj said, I will also come with you. So I'll also come with you. So Keshav Bharati Maharaj was in ecstasy. He was in ecstasy actually. So and the Keshav Bharati Maharaj was leading from the front. He was in the front, Lord Chaitanya in the middle, and Mukunda, Nityananda, Prabhu Gadadhar, they followed Lord Chaitanya, and they left. So Lord Chaitanya came to relish that Gopi Bhava. He came to relish the mood of Srimati Radharani, Radha Bhava, Swatam Nami, Krishna's Swarupam. So the way Lord Ram never gave up the mood of son of Madasharad and Kausalya, And Krishna never gave the mood of cowherd boy. Lord Chaitanya never gave up the attitude of the mood of gopis. Gopikamba Vereyi Sudruda Nishaya Vrajendra Nanda Vina Anyatra Nahaya. So, so he firmly followed this, because that is the main internal reason for his descent. So, um, so gopis have this ecstatic, intense mood for Krishna. You know, so Krishna is what Akhila Rasamrita Murti. His form is so sweet. You know, Sham Sundar Sikhi Pucha. Gunja Vibhushana Gopavesha Tribhangi Murali Vadana. So Krishna, you know, like if you see, Narayan, it would invoke the reverential mood in anybody. And if you see Vishnu, Mahavishnu, he lies lying down the causal ocean, creating universes. Anybody would be anybody would have this mood of reverence because the universes are coming from his body, from the pores of his body. But Krishna, the sweet form, Shamsundar, you know, and Sikipucha, he has a peacock feather, Gunjamala, Gunja Vibhushana, he has a Gunjamala, Ganjam Gunjamala, and Gopavesha. You don't say Krishna, what is that? Um, Krishna's decoration, record boy, there's a peacock horn, so there is a horn and a dhoti. The dress, he was dressed like a cowherd boy. And sometimes he would have that rope that would that he would use to tie the hind legs of the cows. Tribhangima, standing in threefold bending form, erection. And Murali Vadana, always he has flute in his hands. You know. So, what is that? The form of Vishnu would not invoke that ecstatic mood of gopis. But Krishna's form, yes. One time during Rasalila, so Krishna wanted to be only with Radharani. So Krishna disappeared. And Krishna was waiting for Radharani. Krishna was waiting for Radharani. And all the gopis came. All the gopis came. Krishna became fried. So like I'm waiting for Radharani, but Radharani would come at any moment. And what if she sees me with all this? I want to be with her. So what Krishna did, it disappeared. I mean, it's also testing. Krishna disappeared and assumed the four-handed Narayan form. Wow. Now all gopis came. Gopis, they know Krishna's, they know Narayana's Supreme Lord. Their families, they worship Narayan. But, I mean, they know Krishna as their, the cowherd boy of Vrindavan. They have a very, they have, what is that, the sweet relationship. And there is a lot of competition. And everyone knew the goal of life is actually to attain the perfection of life, serving Krishna, serving Narayan. But when they saw Narayan, they offered obeisances and said, "My Lord, where is Krishna? What they did, they asked, "Where is Krishna?" You know, they did not settle for somebody else. Right. So Krishna, standing in the form of Narayan, showed like this in his 400 form. This way, Krishna left, and they all ran away. Then Radharani came. Radharani came and she offered obeisances. This is Narayan. And she said, "My lord, where is Krishna?" So Radharani's love for Krishna is so intense, even though Krishna wanted to really, you know, put her in that conviction and conclusion that he is Narayan. When he showed like this, Krishna hand like this, the two hands melted. And Krishna could not contain, could not maintain that form. Wow. Can you imagine the Supreme Lord is has problem maintaining his form? That is the power of Radharani's love. That is the power of Radharani's love. So Krishna came to understand, I am Supreme Lord, Vijnaswarat. I'm supremely independent. Even if I wanted, I could not. So Krishna came to release that Radha bhav. Krishna came to release that the mood of a devotee. So Lord Chaitanya, always he retained this Krishna himself. Now he's a sannyasi, um, he's a sannyasi. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? It's a contradiction. Krishna looking for Krishna, right? Is there no? So it's a Krishna looking for Krishna. It's a contradiction. But that is beauty. When Sugriva saw Ramchandra, wow, who are you, sir? Like sun and moon, your brothers. No, we are from Ikshvaku dynasty, the sons of Maharaj Dasharatha. That is Lord Ramchandra's introduction always. So Lord Chaitanya's introduction is always, is a devotee longing for Krishna. You know, that's why only people who have firm faith in Lord Chaitanya, firm faith in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, who have conviction this is Krishna, appeared in the mood, Krishna appeared in the mood of his devotee, you know, um, only they can approach his lotus feet. Only they can approach his lotus feet. So Lord Chaitanya was, so all the people were following. All the people were following. And um, and a day later, Lord Chaitanya told them, please. So they were in the deep forest. It's a jungle. Please don't come with us. You know. So I bless that you chant. I pray and bless that you chant Krishna's name all the time. I bless that you attain love of God, Krishna Prema in this lifetime. Please go back. So Lord Chaitanya doesn't know where he was going. Then Lord Chaitanya went to Radha Desh. He went to Radha Desh. You know. He went to Radha Desh and he delivered all the people. And the people would see. When the people would see Lord Chaitanya dancing, you know, um, Lord Chaitanya dancing, they would become ecstatic. In fact, he was so unhappy. At one point, he was so unhappy. There are, this is a place of Ganga, and you don't see anybody chanting Krishna's name. As he was going way in one place, one cowherd boy started chanting Krishna's name. When he saw the Lord Chaitanya, became ecstatic. He became ecstatic, started jumping and dancing, jumping and dancing, and so actually that is Lord Chaitanya's personality. As I said, he's a vulcan of love. He has come to give Krishna Prema to everyone, each and everyone, whether qualified or unqualified. And he himself wanted to experience the tears welled up in his eyes. And he raised his arms up in the air. He was dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, you know, actually it is. So he was actually on his way to Vrindavan. He wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Nityananda tricked him. Nityananda tricked him, and he showed him, instead of going this way, he showed him the opposite direction, and he told the devotees, make everything ready. Tell Advaita Charya to bring a boat, you know. So I'll bring the Lord to Santipur. Lord Chaitanya, because he was in this Krishna, ecstatic Krishna Prema, he doesn't know where he was going, you know. So for him, he's seeing all this. So this is a forest. He's seeing all this, cows and the peacocks, these and the different animals, the deers. Wow, this Vrindavan. Suddenly he saw Ganga. He thought this is Yamuna. Wow. So he went and he went there. Advaita Charya come, Advaita, you are here. When did you come to Vrindavan? Advaita Charya said, it's 3 days. Lord Chaitanya has not eaten anything. My Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Please come. What Nityananda Prabhu said is true, because in this portion, Ganga and Yamuna, they meet together little higher above, and it flows on the western direction where you are taking bath. That is Yamuna only. Please come, 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 come. You know. So then, as I was telling the devotees, Mother Sachi, ever since it's strong, then Advaitacharya, you won't take him. So ever since Lord Chaitanya left, Vishwambar left, Mother Sachi never ate. She never ate, and she was actually, she was in a delirium stage, you know. So did Akrura come to take Krishna from Vrindavan? Nityananda Prabhu came. And when he saw her in that condition, he was very sad. And he said, how fortunate, Nityananda Prabhu went and offered obeisance, how fortunate you are. The Supreme Lord, who is the owner of the material, proprietor of material and spiritual worlds, he has appeared from your womb. And he personally said, he would take care of you. You should not lament. He is the controller, and we cannot understand his leelas. Please come. So he has come. You know, he is right now. He is coming to Fulia on his way to Santipur. And all the residents, ever since Lord Chaitanya, when they heard he took sannyas, all the residents of Navadvip, they were so sad. We never knew he is such a divine personality. Even the atheists, we misunderstood him. No, we are devoid of mercy. Let us go. We all go and take his shelter. His plan worked out. His sannyas plan. They all came. So they were rushing to take. And they were rushing to take his darshan. The people who are actually, so everyone got up into the boats. And as the boat went in the middle, because there were too many people, the boat capsized. But nobody died. Everyone floated. And they reached the other end. That is Krishna's mercy. Some people, what is that? They held pots. They tied the pots to their stomachs, and even though they don't know how to swim, they jumped in the Ganga, and they floated, and they reached the shores. Some people used banana trunks, you know, and using banana the trunks, they crossed over the river Ganga. Wow, amazing! How it happened? Krishna's mercy. When they all saw Lord Chaitanya shaven up, you know, saffron cloth, danda, they all fell at his feet, you know, all the residents of Navadvip, and he blessed them and their material, their material attractions, their material attachments, they were all cut into pieces and they were all delivered. Then with them, Lord Chaitanya reached Santipur. And Achyutananda was the son of, he was son of Advaitacharya. Achyutananda was son of Advaitacharya. And um, so Achyutananda was a small boy, wearing only four directions. You know, to boys in India, they won't wear clothes. So Achyutananda, he came, ran and, he sat on Lord Chaitanya's lap. Lord Chaitanya said, I accepted Advaitacharya as my father, means we are brothers. Achyutananda said, my Lord, Vedas say that you are the father of the universe. You are the friend of all the living entities. You know, you're friend of all the living entities. You're the father of the universe. Wow. And devotees heard the tiny Achyutananda speaking like this. Wow, what he's speaking is, the esoteric truths enjoined in Vedas. Then that's when Nityananda arrived with the devotees of Navadvip. And devotees are seeing first time Lord Chaitanya. The devotees cried in pain. They became ecstatic seeing, you know, their cries purified the earth. So many days since they saw their Lord. Lord Chaitanya danced. Lord Chaitanya danced. And the devotees started singing. And Lord Chaitanya held Nityananda when he spun him around. And Nityananda started dancing. Then Lord Chaitanya manifested all these ecstatic symptoms. So there was actually a wonderful kirtan with Lord Chaitanya in the middle dancing, you know. And Lord Chaitanya suddenly said, I am Krishna, I am Rama, I am Narayan, I am that Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Nrusimha, Vamana. I know I will appear as Kalki. So I am the time personified. Vedas personified cannot even fathom my glories. All the dangers are removed just by thinking of me. When Draupadi called me, I saved Draupadi. I incarnated myself as unlimited Asari and cover her. And when Pandavas, when they took my shelter, I saved the Pandavas. And it is when Vrukasar approached, when Lord Shiva gave benediction to Vrukasar, and Vrukasar wanted to try the same benediction on Lord Shiva took my shelter, and I protected Lord Shiva. And Prahlad Maharaj, such a tiny, child, when he was being persecuted by his father, he took shelter of me. It was I who protected Prahlad from all those dangers. And Gajendra, by the will of Providence, Gajendra, he was actually clutched by the crocodile clutched his feet. Gajendra took my shelter and I protected Gajendra. And I killed this demoniac comes and protected, Vasudeva and Devaki. And I jumped in the lake and I subdued Kaliya. And in Satyuga, as a Yugavatar, I come to propagate the process of meditation in Satyuga. And I come to propagate the process of yajna in Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga I descend to propagate the deity worship, how to render service to, and I teach how to render service to the deities. But now I am incarnated as the incarnated in the sage to propagate Sankirtan movement, to propagate Sankirtan movement. Then they would say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, the devotees, they were so happy. They were so happy. And Lord Chaitanya saw his mother. He went and fell at her feet. I am, Mother, I am indebted to you for whatever you have done to me. You took very good care of me. You know, you have protected me. You know, uh, you have done all the services to me. In this fit of renunciation, I was mad. I don't know what I did. I went and took sannyas. If you really want me to come home, I'll come home. Mother, I'm very, very sorry. You know. So Mother Sachi, she was so glad to see, her son, the Vishwambar, the Supreme Lord Himself, who has come to bestow Krishna Prema to everyone. When he is talking like that, he said, "No, not like that. You should, you stay in uh, Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri and Jagannath Puri and Navadvip are like two different rooms in the same home. Devotees regularly go and visit Jagannath Puri and come back. So if you stay there, I get to know what is, you know, I get to I get to hear about you, your whereabouts. If you go to Vrindavan, I will not know where you are, what's happening to you. I think mothers are concerned for children, I mean, for their children only one thing. If they have eaten nicely, or if they're eating nicely or sleeping nicely, that one thing. If these are taken care, mothers are okay actually. So, I'll get to know what you know, how you are doing. So there is a saying, what is that? Even though he's Supreme Lord, still he is a son of a mother. Hare Krishna. You know, even though he's a Supreme Lord, uh, he's a son of a mother. He's son of a mother, Mother Sachi. So, mm, Advaitacharya, every day there was kirtan. There was actually pravachan, and you know, and the devotees experienced the unlimited joy and the association of the Supreme Lord. When the devotees heard the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, that was the name he received, they became ecstatic. They were so, they were so glad. So, um, so Lord Chaitanya, what is that? He decided, he stayed and every day, as I said, every day there was kirtan. And what was the kirtan? What was the kirtan? Lord Chaitanya, you know, with the devotees. Achitana, Mukunda would sing. Mukunda would sing, and uh, this is the Supreme Lord. He has this, now he has taken sannyas. Now he is free to. Now he is free to. mm, he's free to. He has taken sannyas to travel and preach. Why the reason for his descent is happening. So what he would do, he would exhibit, he would experience that mood of copies. When he would experience, the body would go through different changes. It would change its color. The body would change the colors. And the tears cascade from his eyes and they become flood and would flood everybody. Everybody would be drenched. You know, sometimes it's difficult to believe. There is one devotee named Jai Murari Prabhu. He told me, Prabhupada actually, um, came to Nurundan one day. One time, Prabhupada visited Nurundan 3 times. And one day there was Guru Puja happening. So Jai Murari Prabhu was actually stand. Prabhupada was like, he was receiving Guru Puja from everybody. So devotees were standing in queue to offer flowers. So uh, suddenly he saw, from Prabhupada, it's like you know, so when we cry, the tears will flow, but not like they don't gush from the eyes. So he saw that Prabhupada, same thing, you know, not not in the proportions of Lord Chaitanya, but the gush from his eyes. He said, wow, he told me, like, Chaitanya Charitamrita, like a pichkari, so like a, so Advaitacharya would dance from behind. And sometimes he would catch the feet of the Lord and he would take the dust and he would smear his entire his body with the dust. And Mother Sachi would cook every day. And that was her joy, feeding her beloved son. And as soon as Lord Chaitanya would honor Prasad and he would leave, these grown up elderly people, gentlemen, they would jump on the plate to take the rambuns. You know. So um, we actually concluding with this uh, Adilila, you know. So large actually no Adilila comes to an end with a Lord Chaitanya taking sannyas, and Madhilila starts when Lord Chaitanya um, goes to Jagannath Puri. So the Madhilila, first 24 years is actually Adilila, next 24 is Seshalila. So Seshalila again, that 6 years he traveled. He traveled the South India. He traveled preaching actually. You know, 6 years he traveled. You know, he also went to Vrindavan. So um, and the rest of the years, you know. So out of 24 years, 6 years he traveled, and the 18 years he stayed in Puri. You know, one he was bestowing this Krishna prema to the living entities, and on the other hand, he was actually experiencing uh, the mellows of he was expecting experience the mellows of Radha Bhav. Just give me for one moment, one moment, I'll be back. Hare Krishna. No. So, oh, on his way to Jagannath Puri, so Lord Chaitanya traveled different temples, and he traveled, he visited different temples, and he different holy places. So on his actually no, what is that? Sorry, on his way, um, excuse me. So, and the very important pastime he discussed is Kheer Churko. you know, so and so when they came, he larger than a personally told the story of Kheer Churko, the story of Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri, you know, he is the seed of love of Godhead in this world, and the seed of love of God. And I don't know how many of you been to Govinda Kund on the bank of Govardhan. So Madhavendra Puri was in the renounced order as sannyasi. So one day he came to Govardhan, and actually even today there is a Baitak, Madhavendra Puri Baitak in Govinda Kund at the foot of Govardhan. He came. He was chanting the holy name. You know, he was actually no, he was in Vrindavan. He was in Govardhan. This is Krishna. This is Govardhan lifted by Krishna. Wow. He was doing his sadhana, chanting the holy name. And one day, one boy came. He said, a cowherd boy came and said, you are, hey, the lady, no, why are you not eating? Madhavendra Puri said, how do you know I'm not eating? How do you know I'm not eating? The ladies nearby, well, the ladies who are coming to nearby well to draw the water, they are telling you're not going anywhere to do madhukari. We are not going anywhere to do madhukari. So then he gave the pot. He gave that pot of, you know. So anybody who comes to Vrindavan, they should not remain hungry. So please take this pot of milk. So we discussed this story before, you know. He gave the pot of milk. So we are just touching because Lord Chaitanya, touched the story. That's it. So Madhavendra Puri, what he did, he drank this milk. Sorry, Madhavendra Puri kept it, and even in this, when he was chanting in the late night, he was in his deep, little slumber, you know. In that God appeared in his dream and said, Madhavendra Puri, it's me, Krishna. You know, the pujari, he left me when the for the fear of Muslim soldiers. When the attack happened, they left me in this in the fields, in the bushes. I'm feeling so hard. I'm waiting for you. Can you imagine Krishna waiting for his devotees? That is Krishna actually. So Madhavendra Puri woke up. He felt so sad. He could not recognize his Lord. He drank that milk. This is Krishna given milk. This is milk given by Krishna. He drank it and he made that pot into pieces and he would eat little clay every day because this is given by Krishna. Wow. So we discussed that, so Madhavendra Puri retrieved the deity and installed it. It installed. And, we discussed the deity asked for, Krishna Gopal asked for him, you know, I'm feeling so hot. Chandan. So bring Chandan from Malay Hills and apply that Chandan on my body. So Madhavendra Puri as a devotee doesn't, he doesn't care what is possible, what is impossible. Your order is coming from Gopal. I should fulfill it. you know. So he came to this place, Kirchur Gopinath, and we discussed the story how Gopinath stole. I know how many have you been to, this place, Ramuna. Wow, wonderful place. We went actually. So Krishna stole, Gopinath stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was standing, and that's when they brought the kheer, 9 pots of kheer. They were Pujari he brought it and he was making offering. So Madhavendra Puri thought, wow, this kheer is so famous. If only it is little bit so that I can also make this a similar kheer we can cook for our Gopal and Govardhan. That should be our mood. When we see something wonderful, how can we should also offer it to Radha Gopi Janal. We should offer this. Like that should be our mood. Right? So, like Raghav Pandit, we were discussing. Raghav Pandit, he would go 20 miles. Not like today 20 miles in car, nothing, but those days 20 miles, like 32 kilometers. He would go any far just to bring some coconuts, bring some wonderful fruits, to bring some wonderful flowers. In Vrindavan, we have some Mother Dhara. In summer, she would just go in the forest and she would pick up all the flowers. And she has this consciousness. She wants to offer these flowers to Krishna, and she would make garlands and she would offer. Even she's there, she's still alive. Wonderful devotee. So anyway, my point is, we should have that mood. I should offer this flower. Okay, it's very hot today. Let me offer nice sharbat to Krishna. It is very cold today. Let me make some herbal tea for Krishna. Wow, that is very pleasing to Krishna. But when we quarrel together, that is very painful to Krishna. Krishna would withhold mercy. We should not do that. Hare Krishna. So anyway, so what is that? Um, um, so he left. So when he got the thought, how can I get this thought when it is not even offered to the Krishna? You know how he cursed himself for this one thought. He thought, and he left. The gopi, what is that? Pujari removed the offerings. He performed arti, and it's night. He put the Lord to rest. He went and slept. Then Gopinath came in the dream and said, Gokare. He woke up. Pujari woke up and just wake up. My devotee, Madhavendra Puri. For him, I have kept one part of rice, one part of kheer behind, behind the altar. Just, give it to him. So Pujari got up, he took bath and he went up behind the altar. Hare Krishna, the Supreme Lord stole one part of kheer. Even today is called Kheer Chor Gopinath. Hare Krishna. And today is called Kheer Chor Gopinath. So Lord Chaitanya was so happy sharing this story with his devotees. And Lord Chaitanya came to see the deity. They were all, the pujaris, when they were stuck with wonder when they saw Lord Chaitanya. Sannyasi, so what is that? Suvarna Varno Himang Varang Nischandangadi. Sannyas Santa Sant. This is a golden limbed Gauranga Mahaprabhu. You know, you know. So then they were struck with wonder. When they saw his ecstatic symptoms, Lord Chaitanya danced in front of the deity. Wow. So another place on his way, he stopped with Sakshi Gopal, Vidyanagar. You know. So he also narrated that day the story of Vidyanagar. Actually, if you go to Vrindavan, close to this Govindaji temple, if you go a little further, that side, in that lane, you come across a beautiful temple in that area actually. You see the wonderful temple, but there is no deity. Wow, there is no deity. And why where is whatever why the temple is there when no Krishna is not there? Krishna was there. So one time Brahmana from Vidyanagar, this story was also shared with Lord Chaitanya to devotees. This Brahmana actually Sakshi Gopal deity was very beautiful, very tall. I mean, maybe like tall, much taller. But Krishna, uh, you know, he looks like a 16-year-old boy. Even those days, you know, they call it was Krishna was very sweet actually. So I mean, the deity form Krishna was so sweet. That's what I'm telling. Krishna is always sweet, of course. Shyam Sundar. So this Brahmana from Vidyanagar, he went, and on his way, he came across another young devotee. So friendship happened. But this Brahmana was served very well. Elderly Brahmana was served very well by this young Brahmana. He was so pleased with his demeanor, with his sign of humility, this devotion to Krishna. You know, wow. So when they came to Vrindavan, they were visiting all the temples. And now, usually how to reciprocate with this boy's um, service attitude. So when they came to this temple, he suddenly got an idea. Wow, you know, you may be poor, it doesn't matter. We are well off. So he requested this in front of Krishna. You know, so Nectar Devotion says we should not make any promises in front of deities. We should not yell at others. So many, the 32 Seva brothers that are mentioned, and 32 plus 32 total 64 actually. He told this younger Brahmana, this young Brahmin, I'm very grateful. I'm very happy to see you. I'm very glad. So I want, in reciprocation to that, I want to offer my daughter to you. Please accept. Brahmana said, please don't make unnecessary promises. You're making promise in front of deity. Krishna is listening. What if you can't fulfill? What if your family members reject? You're rich and I am not. I'm poor. No, don't worry. Then this is my promise. Krishna is a witness. I'll give my daughter to you. All right, so be it. But when they went back, the Brahmins, the elderly Brahmins, family members, this opposed. They rejected it. And his wife said, if you do this, I'll kill myself. Hare Krishna. The young Brahmin went and asked. Then this older Brahmin, he said, no, I don't remember. And he brought them to the panchayat, the court, village court. Then the village had asked, do you know, was anybody there when this gentleman made the promise? No. Krishna was there. Then the son of the elderly Brahmana, he said, all right, bring Krishna then. He, he prayed, he came to this temple, Vrindavan again, all the way. He prayed, he prayed, he prayed. My lord, I have no desire to, marry his daughter and usurp his wealth. He made a promise in front of you. If he doesn't fulfill, it is an offense. He'll suffer. Krishna spoke. The way you approach Krishna, Krishna would reciprocate that way. Then Krishna said, Krishna said, I'm very pleased with you. So then he said, my lord, you please come. No, what do you mean you come? I'm a deity. How can I walk? He said, my lord, when you can talk, you can walk also. So when you're able to walk, why can't you talk? So when you're able to talk, why can't you walk? So Krishna was, wow. Then Krishna said, every day, you know, you offer this many mounds of rice, but don't look back. I'm coming. What is the sign? You'll hear me. You'll hear the tinkling sound of ankle bells. Great. So this Brahm, so he was listening the sound. Every day was cooking rice and he was offering. But when they came to the outskirts of his village, he didn't hear the tinkling sound of Krishna's ankle bells. So in anxiety, he turned back. What happened? So Krishna said, I told you, you know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. As a proof that, don't worry, call all the villagers. When they see me, they'll believe me. You know, as a proof that I have come here to tell the witness, to stand as witness, people will call me Sakshi Gopal. Don't worry. You know, things will happen. Nicely. So he called villagers, everybody. He called everybody came. The Brahmana came and fell at Krishna's feet and offered apologies. The marriage happened. So can you imagine Krishna? Krishna came to, Krishna himself came. Krishna is not a piece of marble. It's Krishna. You know. So, on his way to, um, you know, on his way, Lord Chaitanya stopped at this place with dinner, and he narrated the story of Sakshi Gopal. Today, so many people go and see this wonderful deity. I also encourage everyone, if you get a chance, please go and see the deity. So, Lord Chaitanya also visited this deity, with the devotees. So I'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Uh, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.